Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Monday. We got 12 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below. And if you guys like betting on MLB player props, you already know, go ahead and sign up with Parlay Play. Get free entries when you guys sign up, so go ahead and hop in there. Hopefully you get some nice wins. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Pretty busy slate today. 12 matchups, starting with the Colorado Rockies versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Colorado plus 115 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Rockies is Chad Kuhl with an ERA of 3.86. His last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 0 strikeouts. Pitching for the Pirates is JT Brubaker with an ERA of 5.50. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 10 strikeouts. Colorado just 3-7 in their last 10. Pittsburgh also 3-7 in their last 10. I mean, neither team really playing very exciting baseball here. I kind of do like Chad Kuhl on the mound. Been not as bad as Brubaker. Not sure I trust the Pirates minus any points here for being a decent favorite. I'm going to take the Rockies plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Cubs versus the Cincinnati Reds. The Cubs opening up as road favorites at minus 115. The Cubs plus 105. The Reds plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Cubs is Drew Smyly with an ERA of 3.97. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Pitching for the Reds is Vladimir Gutierrez with an ERA of 8.65. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Cubs coming off that Arizona win. Cincinnati coming off a win against Toronto. Cubs are 4-1 against Cincinnati, where they've been pretty solid here. And yeah, I just don't like Gutierrez on the mound. He's given up a lot of runs this season. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Cubs on the road. Next matchup, we have the Baltimore Orioles versus the New York Yankees. The Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 340. Baltimore plus 265 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for Baltimore is Jordan Lyles with an ERA of 4.11. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 2.89. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Baltimore coming off a 7-6 win against Tampa Bay. Yankees coming off 2 bad losses against the White Sox. Figured they'd win those games in the doubleheader, but of course they don't win either. Baltimore 1-6 against the Yankees, 4-16 on the road against the Yankees, where they played horrible. Yeah, do love Garrett Cole on the mound, coming off a back-to-back doubleheader loss, rolling with the Yankees at home. Next matchup, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Washington Nationals. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at minus 220. Washington plus 180 with the over-under at 9. Pitching for the Dodgers is Tyler Anderson with an ERA of 4.04. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 7 strikeouts. Pitching for the Nationals is Joan Adon with an ERA of 6.38. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. LA coming off that Philly loss 4-3. Washington coming off a nice win against the Brewers, but the Dodgers are 7-0 against Washington, 5-1 on the road against Washington. Washington 2-12 at home. Yeah, Jonah Don just really has not been going to get done on the mound. Very hard to trust him or the Nationals, where they've struggled against the Dodgers. Rolling with LA on the road. Next matchup, we have the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves. The Phillies opening up as road favorites at -125. The Braves +105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 3.49. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 9 strikeouts. Pitching for the Braves is Tyler Davidson with an ERA of 5.87. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. The Phillies coming off that Dodgers win. Atlanta coming off a Miami loss. Philly 0-5 on the road against Atlanta right now. The overs hit at 5 in 5 out of Atlanta's last 6 games at home here. So the over 8 definitely looks doable for sure. I'm going to take a shot with the Braves +1.5 at home. Phillies have struggled on the road against Atlanta. So yeah, going to take Braves on the run line at home. Next matchup with the Detroit Tigers versus the Minnesota Twins. The Twins opening up as home favorites at -195. Detroit +160 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Tigers is Elvin Rodriguez with an ERA of 13.50. Does look like he's getting his first real start of the season here. Pitching for the Twins is Chris Archer with an ERA of 4.10. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 2 strikeouts. Detroit coming off a 4-2 win against Cleveland. Minnesota on a 4-game winning streak right now. They're playing pretty solid. Detroit just 1-5 on the road against Minnesota. Yeah, I like the Twins at home here. I do not trust Elvin Rodriguez for the Tigers. Getting his first real start. Did not look good in his last starts, when he pitched in the last year or so. Rolling with the Twins at home. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Blue Jays versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at -115. Toronto +105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 4.83. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 1.68. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 5 strikeouts. Toronto 5-5 in their last 10. St. Louis on a 3-game winning streak, played very well against Pittsburgh. I'd say it's a pretty even matchup here. I know Miles has been really good on the mound here, but I think there's good value with Toronto. Toronto. I'm going to take Toronto +1.5 on the road here. Pretty good matchup, and I think they could definitely get it done and cover on the road. Rolling with Blue Jays +1.5. Next matchup, we have the Cleveland Guardians versus the Houston Astros. Houston opening up as home favorites at -200. Cleveland +170 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Guardians is Tristan McKenzie with an ERA of 2.97. His last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for the Astros is Luis Garcia with an ERA of 3.35. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Cleveland just 4-6 in their last 10. They've actually, been struggling these last few weeks. Houston coming off back-to-back wins against the Rangers. Cleveland just 3-7 on the road against Houston, where they have struggled. Yeah, I like Houston at home, where Houston plays very good baseball here. Coming off a couple good games against the Rangers here. I think they build on that at home. rolling with Houston. Next matchup, we have the Kansas City Royals versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as a home favorite at minus 108. Kansas City minus 102 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 3.48. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 4.35. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Kansas City on a 4-game losing streak right now. Arizona just 3-7 in their last 10. Both teams haven't looked good in these last 10 games or so. Kansas City is 5-0 on the road against Arizona, where they've been actually pretty decent. Not in love with this matchup with both teams struggling. I'm going to take a shot with the Royals plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Milwaukee Brewers versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at minus 115. Milwaukee minus 105 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 3.22. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Padres is Nick Martinez with an ERA of 3.89. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Brewers coming off that bad loss against Washington yesterday. Padres on a 4-game winning streak, swept the Giants, where they played very well in that series. The Brewers are 6-2 in their last 8 against the Padres. Pretty even pitching matchup here. I'm going to take a shot with the Brewers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we have the Oakland Athletics versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 175. Oakland plus 145 with the over-under at 7. Pitching for the Athletics is Zach Logue with an ERA of 2.04. His last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, and had 2 strikeouts. Pitching for the Mariners is Marco Gonzalez with an ERA of 3.08. His last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Oakland just 3-7 in their last 10. Seattle also 3-7 in their last 10. On a 4-game losing streak. Did not play very well in that Boston series. Oakland 0-10 against Seattle right now. 0-6 on the road against Seattle. If there's one thing Seattle has going for them right now is that Oakland just has not been able to beat Seattle in a very long time here. And not sure I can trust Oakland. They're getting good plus money here, but the fact that they just can't win on the road against Seattle or beat Seattle, not in love with that at all. Gonna roll with the Mariners at home. And then the last matchup, we have the New York Mets versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 145. The Mets plus 125 with the over-under at 7.5. Pitching for the Mets is David Peterson with an ERA of 1.89. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 6 strikeouts. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 5.61. His last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Mets coming off that 2-0 win against Colorado. Giants on a 4-game losing streak right now. Good. I think there's good value with the Mets here. I do like David Peterson on the mound. He's been really good for New York this season here. I'm going to take the Mets plus 1.5 on the road. And that's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.